Hi, good morning, everyone. Thanks for your time. I know I don't get a chance to interact with all of the people who are on our programs, but over the next couple of months, at least once or twice a month, we will be, connecting on a webinar like this. The topics I choose today is because it's a commonality amongst almost every single person who is with us currently on a program, who is about to join us, who have also finished programs with us. As we know today, a lot of you come to us with different conditions, right? From cancer to cardiovascular to Alzheimer's to obesity, thyroid problems, diabetes. While each of these conditions require a very personalized approach, the one commonality that we're seeing amongst most people today is uncontrolled anxiety and uncontrolled stress levels. And we need to understand you can have the best food, you can have the best exercise, you could be trying to sleep well, but if your stress levels are chronically high, it is affecting and impacting your physical self, your emotional self. In turn, your emotional self impacts your physical self. We know it's all interconnected. There is no doubt about that. So what we have to learn to do is learn to relax. Anxiety is not a bad thing. The first thing I want to teach all of you today is stop seeing stress as something negative. Stop seeing anxiety as something negative. Imagine if we didn't have anxiety as a mechanism or an indicator to warn us of something. Okay, we wouldn't be able to survive. Anxiety is a good thing. It warns us about something. But the problem with anxiety is we become stuck in it. We become victims to it. Whenever there's a warning in life, it should always be followed up with an action. So you're crossing a road, okay, and you see a car coming really quickly. The first thing that sets into your system is anxiety. It's a warning, step back. If you didn't get that warning, you wouldn't know what to do. Some people would try to cross the road. Some people would move back. Anxiety is a beautiful indicator. Now, what happens is, if we got that signal of anxiety, but we still didn't react by getting off the road, we could probably be hit by the car. The whole point is anxiety requires immediate action. Small action, big action, whatever it is. But if we don't take that action, we become a slave or we become a victim to anxiety. And that's where all the problems happen. So when we're anxious, what happens? Cortisol levels go up, adrenaline goes up. That's how we move to the fight and flight response. So when your cortisol and your adrenaline goes up, it moves us into the sympathetic nervous system that allows us to fight or to flee, the fight or flight response. Once the event is over and our breathing slows down, cortisol, adrenaline falls down, and we move to the parasympathetic nervous system where now the body can start repairing, regrowing, relaxing the heart rate, pulse rate, your breath becomes more deeper, automatic. It's a beautiful system to help us survive and to help us thrive. Now, the problem is we move from one trigger of anxiety to another and another and another. So that cortisol and adrenaline stays high in your system, which means it keeps you in the sympathetic nervous system, which after a while isn't good for you. Your cholesterol stays high, your blood sugar levels stay high, your pulse rate, your heart, everything. You're out of homeostasis. What is homeostasis? Homeostasis is the perfect environment for the body to thrive. When we're in homeostasis, our cells are communicating with each other. Okay, instructions are crisp and okay, there is growth happening, there is repair happening, our immune system is relaxing, yet it's alert, inflammation starts to drop. Basically, homeostasis is what trillions of cells in the human body need. If I have a disease right now, it's only when I'm in homeostasis that the body can actually repair or try to recover or put my condition into remission. It is impossible for recovery when you're out of homeostasis. Now, what puts us out of homeostasis? Stress and anxiety, not short term. I'm talking about long term. Short term stress is great for us. It's beautiful for us. Short term anxiety is actually great for the immune system. Because when we move into the sympathetic nervous system, the immune system is on alert. The problem is, if it stays on alert too long, it starts to attack things that it shouldn't attack, like in all of your autoimmune conditions, whether it's arthritis, multiple sclerosis, lupus, vitiligo, eczema, Hashimoto's thyroid, different kinds of arthritis. So at the same time, that's why for autoimmune conditions, we have to learn how to relax. The endocrine system has to function the right way, so it regulates hormones that communicate with cells, telling them what to do and what not to do. So homeostasis is what we should always strive for. Okay, I may have a chemo session coming up right now. I'm stressed, but it's going to happen, right? There's no point stressing about it anymore. Now, what's the best that you can do for yourself? Try to be calm by controlling your breathing. You want to be in homeostasis, so your body can quickly get rid of the toxins and the side effects, and inflammation can come down, immunity can stay high, and your healing and your recovery process can be way better. What we're going to do today is learn a flow of 2 exercises. There are actually 3 of them. Maybe I'll show you all 3 of them, but you can even just do 2. And once you become perfect at 2, the beauty of the exercises I'm teaching you today is if a lot of you struggle with meditation and how to meditate, post doing these 2 exercises, you will move into an automatic and very gentle meditation, and I'll take you there. Okay? Post these exercises. Now, what is the science behind what I'm teaching you today? Both exercises work on the scientific concept of stimulating the vagus nerve. We all know that the vagus nerve, when stimulated, moves us rapidly and quickly and swiftly into the parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system is also called a rest and digest. It is the central nervous system in the body. When we digest our food better, we assimilate it, we absorb it, and we also rest. What happens when we're in the rest mode of the human body? Recovery, remission, reduction of inflammation, a steady immune system, relaxation of the heart, detoxification, growth, repair, rejuvenation. All of this can happen only when you are in the parasympathetic nervous system. So if you're constantly in the sympathetic nervous system, it really doesn't matter what you eat, whether you're eating healthy, you're doing a liver cleanse, a colon cleanse. The food will work for your body, but it will not work for your condition. You'll eat it, you'll digest it, you pass out everything, but it's not going to work for you, because when you're eating healthy food, that you want the food to work as medicine in your body, you need to be in the parasympathetic nervous system, which is why I tell people you can have the healthiest lunch in front of you, but if you're eating it under stress, arguing with someone, watching television, on your phone, eating with distraction, eating with stress, even the healthiest meal in the world will not matter for you, because it's not going to digest the right way and assimilate the right way. So we need to understand, in order to optimize food as medicine, we also have to create the environment for us to eat it in, which is peace, when we're happy, not eating with guilt. So imagine now you're having that bowl of ice cream, or you're having whatever it is that you want to have with guilt. You're in the sympathetic nervous system. You literally shut down your digestive system. Now you have another burden on your digestive system, and you're in the sympathetic nervous system, which just doesn't work for the assimilation of food. And that's why it creates a vicious cycle. It is so important for us to understand that part of our healing journey, part of our recovery, even for your allopathic medicine to work better within you, you need to be in the parasympathetic nervous system. So coming back to the exercises, they work using the power of your breath, which we know today. If I'm stressed right now, my cortisol and adrenaline is high. Now, no matter what stress I have in front of me or what's going on in my life, if I can slow down my breathing, which means I can make my inhale and my exhale longer. So if my inhale is, say, example, 3 to 4 seconds, I can make my exhale 8 seconds. I am automatically moving to the parasympathetic nervous system despite the stress that I have in front of me. So you can trick your body into moving to the parasympathetic nervous system using your breath, and by stimulating the vagus nerve, which is what we're going to learn right now. The exercise I teach you should never be done before you drive. Never be done before you drive. Okay, remember that. You can do this in the morning. You can do this in between the day. Preferably, especially if you can't sleep well at night, or you want to empty out all of your thoughts and relax and get into a really deep sleep, you can do this before bedtime. Okay, once you learn the whole technique, it really doesn't take you more than 3 to 4 to 5 minutes. It's within your control how long you want to take it. Now, the meditation that you slip into can go on for 10, 15, 20 minutes, 45 minutes. I had a person in Dubai the other day who we trained on this, and now he's like in a meditative state for an hour after doing this exercise. Everyone's different. Okay, I'm going to take you step by step through everything, and then we're going to do it together. So the first part of the exercise, we've demonstrated this before, but now we've put it into a flow, because the flow works better rather than isolating the different exercises. And finally, if the flow can lead you into 10 minutes of calm, deep meditation, the amount of rest that you've created in your body comes to homeostasis. And it is within homeostasis that your immune system and everything else can function. Every cell of your body can function at an optimum level only when you are in homeostasis. Now that is like the law of gravity. No matter how much you and I would want to change the law of gravity, we can never. It's a fundamental. You throw an apple up, it's going to fall down again. Like that, the fundamental of homeostasis will never change. No matter how much technology changes around you, how much more complicated nutrition can be, medicine can be, but the principle of the human body to thrive and survive depends on homeostasis. So all our effort has to go into how can we bring the body back to homeostasis as quickly as possible. So the first exercise, very simple. Clasp your hands. Now you can sit down with your back straight. You can sit in Vajrasana. You can sit cross-legged, okay? You can sit with a backrest and prop yourself. You want to try to keep your spine as erect as you can. If you're in a wheelchair, you can put a small pillow towards the lower part of your back so you have support for your lower back. If you're lying on the bed, you may not be able to do this exercise right now, but we'll probably do a session separately for people who are bedridden and they cannot even sit upright. Okay, for everyone else, this is how it goes. You want to sit with your back straight. You want to relax, take it easy. Okay, there's no competition on who can hold their breath or how many seconds you hold each of them. Absolutely not. What can you expect now? If any of you have high blood pressure, this is not going to affect you. But when we reach the second exercise, I want you to go at your own pace. It is not going to cause a problem. Do not be scared of that. If you have vertigo and you suffer from dizziness, you can still do this exercise. But when you stand up after doing this exercise, and if you feel dizzy, simply sit down again. It is not possible that breath work can make your condition worse. Because it's so deep and it stimulates the vagus nerve and you have a lot of oxygen running to your brain, rushing to your brain, you can feel a little bit dizzy, like when you visit a hill station or you climb up a mountain and the oxygen levels are low and you suddenly get oxygen in and you feel kind of dizzy, you know? So that's what can be, that's what can happen. Now, if you feel uncomfortable during the session, all you need to do is stop. Don't judge it, don't complain, don't blame. If it works for you, do it. If it doesn't work for you, chill, relax, okay? Just take it easy. You don't want to make an exercise that can help you with your stress levels another stressor in your life, okay? Let's start off with the exercise. Back straight, you want to clasp your hands together and gently bring it behind your neck. If you can't reach right down, like to the base of your neck, that's okay too. Okay, what you want to do is simply support your head. Okay, now look in front of you and without moving your head left to right, okay, I'm removing my hands. Put your 2 fingers in this direction, okay? Don't remove your hands, just look at this direction. This is where your eyes are going to move, okay? So I'm clasping my hands behind my head, my back straight, okay? I'm looking in front. And then towards the left of my eye, I roll my eyeballs up and I try to look at the left topmost corner of my left eye. So I look something like this. It looks a little bit weird. Okay, you're looking in front and then I look up. So you're actually going to lift up. The moment you put your eyeballs, you're going to feel a pulling in your forehead, a pulling in the eye muscles on the right. And just continue to look up at your own comfortable pace. It feels a little bit heavy and we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Try not to blink. If you have to blink, it's okay. And just extend the seconds. Don't strain. Don't move your head. Only your eyes move. The topmost corner of your left eye. And try to look at the ceiling if you can, or the wall. Keep that angle. Feel the pull in your forehead. Feel the pull in your right eye as well, and the heaviness in your left. I'm going to hold it for 30 seconds. And then gently look in front without removing your hands and without moving your head. Do the same on the opposite. So look up, right eye, topmost corner. Feel the pull in your forehead, the heaviness in your eyes, the stretch in your left eye muscles, and look up at the top. Your breath is normal. Inhale, exhale at your own pace, and hold. Your hands clasped behind you is just to support your head and to make sure you don't move it, nothing else. Sometimes the heaviness in your eyes can be a little bit uncomfortable, but the more you do this, the better it is. By the way, this exercise is also great for the eyes. And look in the front. Put your hands on your palm, your hands on your lap, and just close your eyes. Keep breathing. You take 3 deep breaths through our nostril and inhale at your own pace. Let your belly rise as you inhale. No need to hold your breath, and exhale. Your chest collapses and your belly goes back in. I want you to be mindful of the heaviness you feel in your eyes and the calmness and stillness you feel in your head, in your brain. Relax, take a breath, deep breath again. Slow inhale. Try to time your inhale so that you can double your exhale. As you exhale, make your exhale longer than your inhale. Your eyes are now comfortably, keep breathing, take the next breath. Your eyes are comfortably heavy. A lot of you may not feel like opening your eyes, and that's actually a good sign. You feel a calmness, a stillness in your brain. If there are thoughts, let the thoughts come. Don't even try to judge them. Don't try to push them aside. It's okay. I know you may not want to open your eyes, but we're going to open our eyes and flow into the next exercise, okay? So you open your eyes. You're going to feel your eyes a little bit weird, heavy, a calmness in your head. And this is what we're going to do now, okay? My hands are at the side of me, okay? I inhale, watch me first. As I inhale, I move my arms up at my own pace. And as I exhale, I move my hands in a namaste form. I'm exhaling. And I push it into my chest. Your breastbone, the sternum, okay, you find that bone, just gently rest your namaste, folded hands against that, okay? Now don't do it right now, okay? Because I'm talking, I can't exhale and do it. So now as I'm exhaling, I reach this position. As I think I've finished exhaling, I'm gonna push my hands together. I'm in a namaste position. So I'm going to create pressure and push them while I try to exhale everything else that's within me. So as I come down, I'm exhaling. I may not finish my exhale. I touch my breastbone and then I press my hands together, okay? And I exhale as much as I can until there's no more air to exhale. To help, while you're pushing out, you can squeeze your navel towards your spine, very gently. If you've gone through any stomach surgery or you have a lymphoderma, arm pain, just do a gentle kind of a pressure, okay? And if you've gone through a stomach surgery, definitely don't squeeze your navel towards your spine. Just exhale very gently until you have nothing else to exhale. So it's going to be something like this. As I come down, just watch me now. Your hands will tremble a little bit as you press and as you exhale. Now, when you feel there's no more air to come out, okay, the space between that and your next exhale, try to hold it for a bit. So hold it for a bit, and then when you release it, you'll automatically find a deep inhale. That's normal, okay? Now, if you feel dizzy after doing this, take it easy, relax. If your blood pressure, your systolic is over 200, don't do this. It's not going to make it worse. You're just going to feel uncomfortable. In fact, this is going to help you lower your blood pressure over time. Okay, we're going to do it again, but I'm going to explain it once more. Okay, so as I inhale, I gently move my arms up. Okay, you don't have to keep your arms stiff, soft elbows, and I move it up. A full inhale gets completed, and I exhale as I bring my arms down. Namaste position. Gently against my sternum, I cradle my namaste, folded hand position. I press and I continue exhaling. As I'm exhaling out, you want to keep that pressure. Push against each palm, okay? And then hold that gap. Don't inhale immediately. Hold it as long as you can, so much that will be The next inhale is deep. And then we repeat it 3 times. Okay, we're going to try this right now together. Okay, I'm going to guide you. I'm not going to do it. And remember the flow. So we combine it with the first exercise. As you finish the first exercise, you take 3 deep breaths and you move straight into this. The whole thing takes you less than 5 minutes. And you do 3 counts of this. You can actually do 6 counts if you want. Depends on how it makes you feel. Okay, let's do this and we'll move to the third part. Okay, so back straight and inhale as you move your hands up. Try to coordinate your breath. And as you finish your inhale, you've already made a namaste in the air. And then slowly through your nostrils, you exhale. You may reach your breastbone and sternum and you've not finished your exhale. That's beautiful. Press your palms together and continue exhaling until you feel there is no more air to exhale out of you. And then hold. Hold it comfortably. Hold it comfortably with the pressure. As you're holding, in fact, you're pressing more. You're building a beautiful pressure as all the airs come out of you. And then release. You find a little natural gasp that happens. That's good for you. Okay, take a deep breath again. Center and inhale, exhale, and the second time. Back up again. The same way down. Relax. Okay, we do that 3 times. Okay, now after you finish this, you would just gently close your eyes and just continue normal breathing. Your eyes will be heavy and all you do is inhale through your nostrils and exhale. You can continue the same count of 4 seconds inhale and 8 seconds exhale. You can do 3 seconds inhale, 6 seconds exhale. It's up to you. You find your path. Okay, and do that for about 6 counts with your eyes closed and then stop the count and only breathe. Follow your breath. See where your inhale is going and where your exhale is going. Let thoughts come, let anything pass through your mind and let them also go. If you find yourself picking up on a thought, then just come back to the breath. The best way to distract yourself from the thoughts are follow the inhale. So with your eyes closed, you reach the end of the inhale and then you follow the exhale right till the end of the exhale. Sometimes as you finish the exhale, you notice that you're not yet ready to take the next inhale. There's a space between the end of your exhale and the beginning of your next inhale. That is a beautiful space. It is a deep space. You would love that space. It's a very meditative space. Don't force it. And then come to the next inhale. So once you've done about 3 to 6 counts of the 4-8 or the 3-6, then just breathe, follow your breath. Let thoughts come. If thoughts come, do not get upset with yourself. By then your eyes will be heavy and you gently lower your head a little bit and just stay in that space, whether it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And then you gently open your eyes. Okay, get back to your work or go to sleep. Just fall asleep. This is very powerful in all ways. And the reason of the flow is because as we're stimulating the vagus nerve in the first exercise and the second exercise, we're coordinating the breath with every movement. So you've actually reached homeostasis. You're well and deep into the parasympathetic nervous system. And that's what allows you to try to meditate or be in that calmness or stillness even once the exercise is over. You will not want to open your eyes. And even if thoughts come, do not open your eyes. Let the thoughts come. Just witness them. Don't judge them. Don't say that's a bad thought. Don't say that's a good thought. Don't say that's a thought I don't want. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And just continue breathing. And when you feel like opening your eyes, open your eyes. I know a lot of people who open their eyes because they wanted to see how long did I meditate for. That's okay. And then you feel like closing your eyes again, just close your eyes and continue simple breathing. This is the technique, okay? I'm going to show you the third one, which I promised you, which actually takes you into a deeper and deeper meditation. So the first one was where you clasp your hands behind and you look upwards, each corner. You got that, right? Second one was where we breathe, okay? Now, if you want to take it a step further and you really get into a very deep calmness after this, the third one, as you end this flow, 3 reps, 4 reps, up to you. 3 is a minimum to feel really good. While all this is happening, okay, your cortisol and adrenaline levels are dropping. You're no longer anxious. You may be anxious when you open your eyes, but you'll be in the parasympathetic nervous system. You see, stress is never the problem. It's what it's doing to your system that is the problem. Okay, now the third part, as I finish the second exercise, the third part is very, very simple. Okay, we've done this before. You put your hand on the side of your head, okay? And we're not trying to pull our head down. This is just a moving action to guide me down. It's not a stretch. I'm not moving right down in this position. And then I look up again, opposite corner, 30 seconds. I slowly come back again. I take my left hand onto the right part of my head and I move it slowly, gently down. It's not a stretch. It's only guiding. If you have neck problems, don't do it. Even if you come this much, it's fine, or this much. You don't want to do a whole stretch. The idea is gentle and look in the opposite direction, upwards, 30 seconds, come back up, close your eyes, the 4 to 8 breathing or the 3 to 6 breathing, 6 reps to 8 reps, and then just follow your breath, your own natural breathing, slow it down. Inhale, exhale, follow your breath, find that space. I want you all to find that space between the end of your exhale and the beginning of your next inhale. And then when you finally open your eyes, you're going to experience this calmness and stillness, which you may say, I want this to last all the time. Okay, the more you practice this, what happens is when we're in stressful situations or anxiety, anxious, and we don't know what to do, pause and do this. Because when you're calmer, you'll have more clarity for solutions, more clarity to understand that's just the fear. And the fear doesn't mean anything. What action can I take? What can I do? I'm fearful of my disease progressing. What are the top 3 things I can do and I should do? Can I speak to my coach? Can I start following my plan well? Where am I lacking? What can I do? Any anxiety in life always has an action that you can take. The point is, do not stay stuck. So build this into a flow. And once you have this flow going, what we're going to do is we're going to do a follow-up practice session. Okay, everyone together. In fact, I think we should do it right now. Everyone sit in a straight back position. Okay, hands behind, together. Find your space in front of you where you look. Make sure we're not going to turn our heads left or right. And I move my left eye towards the left top corner. And we're going to hold for 30. Everyone does it together. Be gentle with yourselves. No straining. Thirty seconds, look back in front, recenter, and the opposite direction. And the idea is to look upwards towards the right cornermost point. Come back down, close your eyes, lower your hands. Let's take a deep breath. Gently open your eyes, back straight. Together, inhale. Exhale. Find the spot on your sternum. Press your palms together and exhale completely. As you press exhale as much as you can, hold at the end of the exhale. When you have no more air passing out, as you finish, take a deep inhale and exhale, and then move into the second rep. Third rep, inhale. As you do the exhale, remember, you don't have to force the air out of you. Do it gently and gradually, okay? Inhale then, exhale and lower your hands down. Find your sternum, gently press against it. Press your palms against each other and a full exhale. You can take one breath or two breaths in between. That's up to you. And now you'll have this heaviness in your head, a beautiful heaviness, a dullness. Let's move to the third exercise. You can stop right here or you could do the third. Open up your eyes, right hand on the left part of your head, gently move down without pulling. Lift your eyes up, 30 seconds. Don't pull your head. Five seconds. Lower your head, back in the center. Left hand on the right part of your head, gently guide it down. No need to pull, no need to stretch. And eyes up, opposite corner. Very gentle. If you don't want to do 30 seconds, you can even start off with 15, but we eventually want to reach about 30 seconds. And yes, the longer you hold it, the better it is. Five seconds. Slowly back up. Close your eyes. Put your hands, palms facing upwards, downwards, up to you, on your lap, in your lap, on your thighs. And let's do the breathing. 3 seconds or 4 seconds inhale and double the exhale. 3 counts at your own pace. Now you can just breathe normally. Follow the inhale. Follow the exhale. Observe the space between the end of your inhale and the beginning of your exhale. Be mindful of that space. Sometimes you may just feel like holding the inhale at the end. And when you're ready to exhale, you'll exhale. That's also a beautiful space in between the end of your inhale and the beginning of your exhale. Keep breathing. And the same way, be mindful about the space at the end of your exhale and the beginning of your next inhale. At the end of your exhale, if you don't feel like taking your next inhale at that second, hold, wait. That's a beautiful space to be in. And when you're ready, you'll automatically take a deeper inhale, which is nourishing for trillions and trillions of cells in your body. The deeper the breath, the more prana we send to all of our cells. The deeper the exhale, the more toxins, carbon dioxide, and what's not supposed to be in our body will be expelled. There is much science and much power in learning to exhale completely everything out of your system. And as you continue doing these exercises, your lungs train, they're utilized. You learn to be utilized to take deeper inhales and deeper exhales, to push everything out of your system. Now, by now, I'm hoping most of you already feel calm and still. Just keep your eyes closed now. Breathe at your own pace. Keep following the breath. Thought comes in, look at it, let it pass. Another thought comes in, that's fine. Thoughts keep coming, you'll keep going. Don't latch on to any one thought and start giving it energy or mind space, because that'll start growing, right? Where you put your energy and attention, it grows. So if I'm going to tell you right now, while you're in this silence and peace, that I'm going to give you this yummy almond croissant, think about it, how it's going to taste. You see, you've latched on to a thought of an almond croissant. You don't want to do that. Let it just pass. Don't give the almond croissant thought any attention, any thought, any judgment. It's okay to witness your thoughts. Let them pass. If you find too many thoughts keep coming, come back to the breath. Again, follow the inhale. See how your every exhale is different from the first one. How the spaces in between your inhales, exhales grow sometimes. They're less on the other breaths. So keep doing this. You'll find everything starts to get steady in the way that you breathe. There's uniformity there. And then you don't have to follow any counts, because your lungs are working like they're designed to. They are taking in as much of oxygen as they need for your body and exhaling as much as it needs to. That means you're on autopilot. You're in homeostasis. Let's continue now. We'll spend a couple of minutes in silence. You don't have to give this a name like meditation or anything. Just be with the feeling that you have right now. Even if it's not a good feeling that you have, that's okay. Be with that too. Everything that's good for us doesn't always have to make us feel good while we're doing it. But the benefits are massive at an internal level. Let's be in silence now. I have a lot of thoughts going through me right now, but I'm just coming back to my breath, and it's beautiful. Be mindful of the heaviness of your eyes, how they rest while they're closed. Beautiful heaviness. Relax your forehead. If you're cringing, don't. Let your forehead be completely relaxed. The body completely relaxed. As you're in this right now, there is magic happening in your body. It's not really magic. It's homeostasis. Your intelligence in your own body is working at optimal levels right now. I don't feel like opening my eyes, and I'm sure it's the same with most of you. And the more you continue with this, the better you get at it. It's as simple as that. You can have the deepest sleeps. And let's say you're insomniac or whatever, it doesn't work the first night. Okay, please understand. It's been years and months that you've not been able to sleep well. Doing it the first time may not give you those results, but it doesn't mean that we stop trying. The more you do this, the better you're going to feel. And even as you get into more stressful situations and anxiety, you're going to find yourself responding from a space of calmness, because this becomes part of you. When we're able to stimulate deep relaxation, stimulate the vagus nerves. Even while I talk to you right now, there's only one thing I want to do: close my eyes and breathe. That is the optimum environment for prevention, for healing, for weight loss, for fat metabolism, for brain degeneration, you name it. Because over here, we're not using any medicine. The human body has the environment created for it where the intelligence thrives. It's as simple as that. Be patient with this practice, because I can guarantee you this practice is going to change every dynamic of your life. Let's say you're going to get into a heated argument with your spouse or your partner or whatever it is. Okay, you're going to have that difficult conversation. Do this first and go into the conversation. You're going to be way, way different. Way, way different. Because it's different when we speak when we're in the sympathetic nervous system and think. And there's a different when we speak and think from the parasympathetic nervous system. Completely different. Completely two different central nervous systems working for you for the right kind of situation. Now, if I'm preparing for a fight, example, when I say a fight and flight mode, or like, I'm going to work out, or I'm going to go for a hike, you shouldn't be doing this before that, because you want to be in the sympathetic nervous system. You'll be all aware of the weights you're lifting, the form while you're doing that push-up or that yoga. You can do it post your workout. So there's a time and place for all of these things. I hope this is helpful for you. It is the little things like this that actually helps most people with their health goals. Because like I said, you can get the best nutrition, exercise, all of that stuff. But if you don't have the right environment, how can it ever work? Always think about the bread and the oven. We can fly down the best baker in the world, okay, who will make the perfect dough, okay, the perfect dough for the perfect bread. But if the environment of the oven is off by even 1/4 degree in terms of heat, the bread isn't going to rise. It isn't going to bake. So you see, we need the right environment within us and outside of us to make nutrition, medicine, exercise, and everything else work for us. So you are responsible for creating that environment. Only you can do it. No one else can. You can surround yourself with people who will say nice things and make you feel good. What happens when they're not there and you're not hearing the nice things? You're back to that old environment, which is stressful. So while all of that is also good for you, you are responsible to create that environment within you. And you create it using the power of your breath and the ability of the vagus nerve to be stimulated. That's why we have a vagus nerve within us. If it wasn't important, we wouldn't need it. And we stimulate the vagus nerve automatically through our breath work and through certain movements that we just learned. So you may want to start practicing this right now. You're free to share it with your friends, your family, someone who stresses you out as well. You may want to get them onto this exercise, because if they are able to calm down, everything changes. Remember, it's not just one person, it's everyone around. When we learn to all be calm, everything starts to get better and better. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you for your time. We will have the session recorded as well, so we can share it with you all and you can continue practicing. When is the best time to start this? Today. Absolutely today, because today is what you have. Tomorrow is not promised for any of us. Yesterday is already gone. So start today and have a great week.